It's February 12th, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. You guys are in for a treat. Today you're going to get to see me make $195 in 15 minutes. How do we do that? Glad you asked. We're going to be doing permanent bonded inserts, 3 of them. It's a tricky job because we have a patterned carpet, and one of them's about the size of a cigarette burn, and these are burn marks. The other 2, I'm afraid, have to probably be marijuana, aka wacky tobacco, aka reefer. My mom calls it reefer. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this one, guys. It's a great show. I really appreciate you watching. Go ahead and mash the thumbs up now because I know you're going to enjoy it. Leave a comment below your favorite part, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching Daily Vlog episode number 45. Yes, I was at this job for literally 15 minutes. You can see here I'm going to cut out, this is the largest burn mark, and I'm just going to cut it out with a razor blade. You can see the seaming tape there on my left. As soon as I get this piece cut out, I'm going to go into the closet and remove a piece from the corner in an inconspicuous place, and basically we're going to use that piece to repair all 3 of the burn marks. I don't know if you can see the other 2, they're pretty small, but I am going to zoom in. You can probably see off to the right there's some remnant of carpet, a ball of towels that we're going to use to generate heat with the iron. So right now I'm, like I said, in the closet removing a piece from the corner. I probably should have took the video camera in that closet, but I was really reluctant to even attempt this job because of the patterned, and you can see all those bleach spots on that piece of carpet there. But there was one good corner, and like I said, I'm going to cut out a piece of that other carpet that doesn't match at all. Just use the piece I removed from the closet as a template, and then once I get that removed, I take that piece into the closet in the corner just so there's not a hole in the carpet. There's actually a piece of carpet, again, that doesn't match, but at least there's not a hole and it looks better than nothing. So now we have the piece from the closet that matches exactly. The color's a little tiny bit off because this part out in the room has actually faded a little. So this house was empty when we did the estimate just a few days ago, but the new tenant moved in. This is her daughter's room. Her daughter is 12 years old, and she actually was completely fine with leaving these burn marks in the carpet because her daughter is 12, like she said. So you can see here I'm using the piece that I removed, the burn mark that I removed, as a template, and I had to match up the pattern really carefully as I went ahead and removed this new piece that I'm going to use to fill the hole for my permanent bonded insert. So again, her daughter's 12. She didn't really care if this room had burn marks or not, but the owner wanted us to go ahead and fix it. So you can see there I removed a piece of seaming tape and I folded it up in order to get it down into and underneath that carpet, and I'm using my scissors to trim it up. Now I put that in and I just leave it for now. I'm going to wait until I get all 3 of them set in there properly before I go ahead and heat them up with the iron. Again, I'm going to use a wet towel, and the wet towel is going to obviously generate steam when I put the iron on top of it. I'm just repeating the same process for that second burn. I started with the largest burn mark first, and then I'm working my way down to the smallest one. And the last one, the third one, the smallest one, is the one that I mentioned prior that it was probably the size of about a cigarette burn. These other 2 are a little bit bigger. The first one was probably a little bit bigger than the size of a quarter, to give you guys some perspective. So we do more and more repairs and carpet stretching as the years go on. When I first started carpet cleaning back in 2008, I had no idea how to do any type of repair or stretch carpet, and I've still never been formally trained, as anybody who's actually a real professional watching this could probably tell you, Dan, this isn't the right way to do it, but this is a very effective way and it does work well, and we do guarantee our work. But I actually hired a guy named Mike, and he was from Colorado. He worked with us for only 1 day, unfortunately, but he taught me a couple tricks while he was working with me just for that 1 day. And this is one of the tricks he taught me, because prior to this, I'm going to go ahead and tell on myself, and this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but prior to this, learning how to do it this way, I was actually using liquid nail And I'm not kidding, the seaming tape that you can buy from Lowe's where you just peel it and stick it. And again, if you're watching this and you thought, and you've used that before, just don't. It's really terrible stuff. It doesn't work very good at all. This is a much, much better way to repair carpet if you're in the industry. If you're not, honestly, this is a trick you could probably do at home if you're at least a little bit careful. You are probably going to want to buy a seaming iron, and obviously a roll of seaming tape. Other than that, though, I mean, everybody's got a razor blade, I think, pretty much. You turn the iron all the way to the highest setting. Make sure the towel is pretty wet. We try to get it, it's not dripping, but just about dripping. And then we go ahead and set the iron down. Most irons will beep when you've had it on there for long enough. As soon as it beeps, I lift it up and then I set it back down for another 10 or 15 seconds, kind of depending on how thick of the carpet is. And you can see I've got 3 different towels for 3 different spots. I didn't exactly need that many, but it's always good to have more than you need. Better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. So went ahead and heated these up really, really well. And then right when I'm done, as soon as I lift that iron off, again, I pull it up, put it right back down. Another 10 or 15 seconds. But as soon as I'm done applying the heat, I immediately grab the seam roller, and that's the roller right there, and roll really, really well, both directions. And that just pulls that adhesive from the seaming tape up into the primary and secondary backing of the fiber. And then I go ahead and kind of inspect it, trim it up, pull on it gently just to make sure that it grabbed. And in this case, I went ahead and hit it one more time with just a little bit more heat to really loosen up that glue and get a good adhesion on both sides of the patch there. So I'm going to guess that in an average year, these last few years, we've probably done between $20,000 and $30,000 worth of this type of work, the stretching and the carpet repair. So, and again, that's increased every single year since I first started in 2008. Most of the jobs that we do come from property management companies that have owners that would like us, like this one is basically that exact scenario. But the other ones come from tenants most of the time, or a lot of the time, where the tenants have damaged the carpets, or more likely the tenants' pets have damaged the carpets, and in lieu of them getting charged for a full replacement, they hire us to come out and do a permanent bonded insert or attempt to repair the carpet in such a way where the property management company isn't going to, hold them accountable for replacing an entire room. All right, so sadly, no cleaning today, just a repair job, but I really appreciate everybody tuning in. There's all 3 of the burn marks that we did. Turned out really, really good. Make sure to stay tuned for lunchtime, and appreciate you guys watching.